Now, I predict that LeBron has to have at least 15 points in 2 of these next 3 games for them to be honest. For them to win, he needs to score 15 or more. Period. 15 or more, because Wade is getting too many double teams, and he's going to see more of them, and they're going to make LeBron beat them in the fourth quarter and not Wade. They are throwing those hard double teams on Wade. They don't care how much the floor is spaced. They don't care. Wade's not hitting that shot. They're not giving him that opportunity, unless she's shooting a big 3 over Tyson Chandler or Sean Marion or something like that. All right. So these were the comments from LeBron James. He said, I think it's that time. I think it's that time that I try to get myself going individually. Then he made some more statements, which I'm so glad that he said, because he was tired of getting ripped, and LeBron can be sensitive at times. And he said, I didn't play well, especially offensively. I know that. I've got to do a better job of helping this team win basketball games, especially late, which means he's going to attempt to take big shots, no matter what it is. If that's getting an offensive rebound, making a couple of baskets, being more aggressive to give my guys opportunity to get open looks, I have to do that. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. He's gonna stop hot potato on the ball back to D Wade, and he's gonna get more aggressive and more focused and be the focal point in a score, in the scores late in the game, in crunch time. So he's either gonna be the man passing the ball or getting the offensive rebound, passing the ball to that person who makes that shot, the Mike Millers, the Bibbies, the Mario Chalmers, the D Wades, the Chris Bosches, like he did in Game 3. Or he's running in their football style and slamming it in, or make big shots. I don't know why he thinks he can't make big shots anymore. He did it in Game 1. Look at those threes he had in Game 1. I don't know what bothered him so much in Game 2 that he, all of a sudden, fell off. I really don't. Now, Deshaun Stevenson has made some comments about LeBron. Okay, and he said that LeBron's going to try to use the paper to boost his ego, boost what the paper's saying, and of course, they have problems from back years ago with the big Washington-Cleveland series, and of course, when LeBron made that big statement, he said Deshaun Stevenson coming at me is like Soulja Boy coming at Jay-Z. There's no love lost there. And LeBron said, Deshaun, he's been talking for a long time, since our Washington-Cleveland days. I don't let that get to us. Those guys are playing well. We're playing well. It's a 3-game series. Talk is cheap. You have to play the game of basketball, let the scores and the plays define the game. So now, where do we go in Game 5? Series is 2-2. Where do we go? We're in Dallas. I'd say Miami doesn't need this game, because that's why I don't like the 2-3-2 format, where Game 6 and 7 is in Miami. I like the 2-2-1-1-1. It doesn't give the team with the home court advantage, that much of an advantage. Especially when, you have, Miami's record as opposed to Dallas's record. I mean, it's really only split by a few games. But Miami still has the home court advantage. If Dallas had the home court advantage, Miami would be in big trouble right now. Now, I'd say you were going to see a focused, determined LeBron James in Game 5. I believe he's going to try to take it over. He needs to look at the footage of Game 1. He needs to look at that videotape. He needs to look at that that footage of Game 1 and really see how dominant he was in Game 1, because he was extremely dominant and hitting those big threes and and being LeBron James. Okay? We will never see the 48-point LeBron Detroit Pistons episode from, when was that? Was that 07? We're never going to see that again. That was Michael Jordan-esque, and me being a huge Michael Jordan fan. Okay? Michael Jordan is a reason to compete. Just look at a single game from Jordan. Just hear a quote from Jordan. Okay? And you'll know how serious that man was every time he stepped on the floor. It was his domain. Okay? And so it takes a lot for me to say that, but what LeBron did in that game against Detroit was Jordan-esque, and that he was getting easy twos in the hole. He scored the last 25 points, or I'm pretty positive I have that right. It's something crazy. I think it was 23 or 20. I think it was 25 points for Cleveland, and just Detroit couldn't do nothing. When he got one step, and that was it. And that was the big line, oh, LeBron James with no regard for human life. That was that big call from, I believe, Mike Breen, where he said that was the only way he could describe it. Because what he did to that defensive team was unreal. It was absolutely unreal. And we're not going to see anything like that again. But I'll tell you what, stay tuned to Game 5, and you will see something now. You will see that LeBron, that focus LeBron now. And guess what? This LeBron can shoot. This boy can shoot. He's picked up his game. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for Game 5. It is going to, oh man. Game 5 is going to be huge. Prediction, I would say the way I think James is going to come out, it's tough to say because it's in Dallas, but I'm rolling with my boys Miami. But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back here. Pro Sports Weekly. Brent Taylor, remember the number to call in, 914-636-0110. Welcome back to Pro Sports Weekly with your host, sports analyst Brent Taylor. All right, welcome back here to Pro Sports Weekly. All right, so I'm pretty much off of Miami and Dallas right now, but I'm not off of NBA. All right, I usually have nothing but bad things to say about Kobe Bryant because I just don't like the guy. Plain and simple. Don't like the guy, and the man has to understand that he is not, never will be, MJ. All right, so that's pretty much my feelings towards him. And of course, there was no excuse for what he did in the 2003 All-Star game. Should have let Jordan sail out the right way, hitting that big shot. And he should have just missed those free throws and bowed down to the king. He should have kissed Jordan's feet. Should have kissed Jordan's sneakers. Jordan will never forgive him for that. Jordan could have really sailed off the right way. And Jordan had 20-some points that All-Star game, I believe, or 19, whatever. But he would have got the MVP. Definitely with the game-winning shot. He would have got his 4th All-Star MVP. And Kobe took that all away. You let a man like that sail off. Period. You know, if let's see what I can use. If Willie Mays is playing his last game and he's about to get an inside the park home run, do you tag him out at home? In an all-star game? And it was the clutch to win the game? You hold on to that ball. and you let them sail off, or Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio. You know, you let them sail off the right way. Especially how impactful that moment. It's like, damn, he still got it. He's 40. He still got it. All right, so what Kobe did, which was very good. Kobe's been doing some community service, and I'm really on Kobe's side on this one for many reasons. But I'm definitely on his side for this one, and I'm definitely defending him here. Kobe went with his wife, his wife Vanessa Bryant, beautiful wife, down to a nonprofit foundation in Hollywood, okay, to announce the formation of their new foundation focused on improving the lives of youth and families in need. Okay, so he's trying to help stop homelessness among youths in Los Angeles. And Kobe said, right now, it's not the time nor the place. Oh, I'm sorry. This is where I'm on his side about. I forgot to say this part. These reporters had the nerve to ask him about his new coach, Mike Brown. They had the nerve to ask him about Mike Brown. He's doing community service, nonprofit work for homeless youths. And they have the nerve to ask him, hey, well, we know you wanted Brian Shaw as your head coach, but you got Mike Brown, who used to coach LeBron James, coached him to the finals and got swept. Well, you don't ask him something like that. All right? And Kobe had every right to get mad. You here doing something for homeless people, and you have the nerve to ask me basketball questions? I don't care if you ask 2 questions about the homeless kids and then you ask me. No. You don't ask me nothing about Mike Brown and coaching LeBron and were there politics getting Brian Shaw out, and do I have something against the Dr. Jerry Buss for hiring Mike Brown and not hiring Brian Shaw, who Kobe wanted and put his backing behind it. Said, I want Brian Shaw, who he won 2 or 3 championships with in the 2000s, the early 2000s. You ask him something like that for? You know, they need to know where their boundaries are. And this is what Kobe said: right now is not the time nor the place. And he said it in a stern voice. We're here to focus on bigger issues, greater issues. And that's these kids that are here at the back. It's not fair to them. When the time comes, I will address that. But right now is not the time. And then the reporter had the nerve to ask, well, when will that time be? And Brian said, now is not the time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm definitely on Kobe's side on that one, especially because I've done plenty of nonprofit work with kids, and of course now on Kobe's level. But what I want to be asked about anything else but that, that's what's important there. And Brian said the reason why he did this is because he said he saw homeless kids on the streets outside of Staples Center after his games. And he's like, it's homeless kids on the streets? And he said, it shocked the hell out of me because I had no idea. After a game driving home, you kind of see the issue around you, but you don't see it. It's all around us. It's something that we can solve.